How's it? Today is Friday, December 22nd. Getting back to normal schedule programming. Today is a medium Friday. I am still feeling pretty domsy from Tuesday. So Tuesday was my back squat day, first back squat day in like 2 weeks. And I went to 125. It was really difficult for being 125. Wednesday, I just was very stiff and very sore all over my hips. My quads felt okay. Today, my hips still feel very stiff, and I don't know. I feel like that is just a sign of work, and I'm not opposed to it. For today, trying to go up to snatch at 93. Last week, I did 92 for 3 singles, and then similar thing for clean and jerk. I did 112 last week, and so we're going to 113 today. I think today's snatches were, I don't know, they felt inconsistent, but I do think that a couple of the warm-ups are really solid. I think it was like 60 and 70 were really great. 80 was terrible. 90 was like kind of somewhere in between those two ends of the spectrum. And then I ended up missing 93 snatch twice. So here's 60. Yeah, so this 60 felt really, really good. Look at this. I'm like, yeah. I ended up missing 93 twice, but I still did make 93 for 3 reps today, which is my goal. I think on the second miss, from what I remember, I am... Okay, watch this, how bad this is. So, it doesn't look that bad from the 3/4 angle, but like from that side angle, I'm really like aligned pretty weirdly as far as like center of gravity goes. 90 was a lot better than that 80 was. But it was still a little bit challenging, so try to just kind of... was it bear down? Knuckles? I don't know what the phrase is. But yeah, so 93 here, a little bit forward, but I was able to save it. And then the second rep that I do make is a little bit back, but I was able to save it. It's one of those things that like if you compensate in one direction, sometimes that compensation is an overcompensation. And you can see there, like, I'm like, oh shit, dude. It is what it is. So I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna try to go straight up and down on this one. You know, the third one would be that like correction to the mean, like the middle of that. And it was more like the first rep, but just I was unable to save it. And then this second one here, watch. I think I throw my hips a little bit. This is what I was kind of trying to get to before I got distracted. But yeah, throwing my hips is not something that I am really used to. I mean, there's a way you can lift where you do that, but I don't think that is something that I'm practiced in, and that it's not something that I want to practice in. So I'm just trying to maintain kind of up and down vertical as much as I can. Clean and jerks today were okay. I mean, my cleans are really solid. I think that if I have sort of extension at the correct point on my hip for like the actual clean itself, then my shoulders, as far as it goes to like get under the bar, my elbows get under the bar, my shoulders don't really, they don't feel like I'm stressing them. So I was trying my best to actually lift like G1. I don't know if you're going to be watching this, but what he does very well from the start position is like he stays over the bar and he's able to not necessarily use his arms the way that I have grown accustomed to. And he lifts a lot more clean, like more like efficiently than I have been in the past couple months. So I'm trying my best to lift like how I used to, and I think a good person that I imagine when I'm lifting is Gioan. So shout out to you, buddy. Here's my first set at 113. Again, all the cleans are really solid, and then all of these jerks are really questionable. So I think when I'm thinking about these jerks, I still have this old mentality that like if I can clean it, I can jerk it. But right now, my shoulder has been giving me issues, and I don't think that these issues are like, I'm not giving enough respect to them. So if I'm just really thinking about the clean, which is usually how I lift again, the jerk is really truly an afterthought. And you see here, like, that's not a jerk that I don't think I've ever done that before, where it feels like my feet land and then my upper body gets sort of pushed into that position, like wiggled into that position. This is the last one. This is the best one here. I mean, from what I remember, it just happened like 2 hours ago, so I should remember correctly. I hope I remember correctly. Yeah, that's the best one. It's also the easiest one. I think when I have like more solid technical execution, the lift itself is easier, which definitely makes sense. And yeah, after that, I moved into some front squats. I don't remember the last time I front squatted. It's been at least 6 weeks, maybe 8, so maybe 2 months. I can't confirm nor deny. I mean, I'll have to look through my stuff, which is really the whole point of me putting this training log together, is so that I can look back and remember how I felt and remember the weights that I lifted and then how I felt relating to those weights. So today I went up to 3 triples at 120, which is a big confidence booster, because on Tuesday 125 for the back squat was hard. So today, moving 120 on the front rack, while it does feel very, very, very foreign, it feels a lot better, confidence-wise. One thing that I was really trying to harp on was to keep my knees pushed forward the whole time. So this is the last set, and I think I do it the best on this set, because one of the things that was bothering me the most on Tuesday was the first thing that would happen for most of my squats towards the later reps in each set was my knees would shoot back, and that meant that my hips would shoot back, and then my center of gravity is all fucked up, and then I'm not really using my quads. I am using my hips and my lower back. And typically when you're looking for a squat, you're looking for a knee flex extension, flexor extender. You're not trying to use your hips as much as I was. Finish off today with my 2 classic accessories, pull-ups and GHD sit-ups. And this is, as far as Friday goes, this is like my standard Friday, snatch, clean and jerk, couple singles, front squat, couple sets, and then my 2 like go-to accessories, pull-up, GHD sit-up. This is my favorite type of Friday setup, so I'm super happy that I'm able to do that today. I think today was a good training session. Not as heavy as I wish it could have been, but it's all a work in progress. Kind of getting there slowly. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.